Hello and welcome to the What I Always Wanted podcast. I'm Victoria Hepworth and I'm here today with Mark, one of the designers from YOKE, the screen printing company. Hi Mark.
Hello.
Can you explain to the listeners a bit about the background of your company and your products?
So we are YOKE, and we are a screen printing and illustration business based up in Scotland. We started around 2 years ago selling a range of screen printed products, including screen prints for your wall, tea towels, gift cards, and we are currently developing a new range which is soon to be launched.
So what prompted you to set up your own business?
I think upon leaving art college, it was either trying to make it as a designer, which probably meant a move to London, but I definitely wanted to stay up in Scotland and try and make it for myself and work within my own style and for myself. So decided to go it alone and start up my own product business.
Your products are effectively simplistic and heavily use bright colours. Why do you think this works so well?
I think people like bright and cheery products. It's a style that comes quite naturally to me. I love bright, bold, really simple design in people's homes and people's interiors to add a ping of colour and bring some fun and simplicity into designing their home.
So where does your inspiration come from?
Inspiration can literally come from anything. It can be an advert on the telly, a conversation. I try and find inspiration from outside the design world because I think it's important to really try and do something unique and different from what everyone else is doing. There's always going to be similar designers and products out there, but trying to set yourself apart is quite important.
Well, obviously you're very famous for your screen prints, but how long does it take to create a hand-pulled screen print?
I guess initially you work on your designs, so that might be the longest part of it. And then when you get into the print studio, it probably takes a couple of hours to set up your screen and get it ready for thing, and then you probably do a batch of say 30 or 40 or in one sitting, so you can get about 30 or 40 in about a couple of hours. But obviously once you factor in all your design time, and sometimes it goes wrong, and there's loads of things that can go wrong and do go wrong, but that's all part of the process. So.
Have you always had a creative flair?
I guess so, yeah. I didn't always know what I wanted to do, I think, going through school, but it was just something that came quite naturally to me. I ended up doing a portfolio course after school to get into art college, and that was brilliant and really in my mind what I wanted to do.
What do you find to be most rewarding about your job?
I think the most rewarding thing is people's feedback to your designs and your products. I remember when we spent about a year designing all our products and nobody had seen them, and it was terrifying putting them out there because you didn't know if people were going to like them or not. So definitely when people buy your products and you see them in their house and you get good feedback.
Well, obviously you have a wide range of products, but what would you say is your biggest seller?
The biggest seller? Our screen prints are probably our most popular item. I think there's a big difference between something like a screen print, which is an item you're going to keep for hopefully forever or at least for a very long time, and something like a tea towel or a greetings card, which is a disposable item, which you're going to just buy and it's only going to last for a certain amount of time. I think people like to invest in the screen prints, I think, because it's something they're going to keep for a while, so I think they're definitely the most popular item.
What do you enjoy doing outside of designing and making your products?
When there's time for other things, I definitely like socialising with my friends. I love clothes, I love fashion, and I love doing exciting new things to try and broaden my horizons and keep things interesting.
So where do you see yourself and your business in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, that's a really tricky one, I think, because it could go in a number of directions. Like I say, we've been going for about 2 years so far, and things have progressed so much from the start. So hopefully in 5 years' time, be a much more recognised brand within the industry, work with some big names, and have a really solid kind of portfolio and product base, and just hopefully keep things going the way they are. So.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak to me. I wish you all the luck for the future.